So what I can do, which I don't want to do, is call the police to have you removed. Now you can sit here.
What you want to do,
You can sit here.
It's going to be even worse
You
on
can
your
sit here, but I want to ask you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new to the channel, of course hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. There are rules in place for a reason, and we don't all like to follow the rules, but they have to be in place to have order, structure, and just boundaries, right? Now we know that the girls have a hard time, us in general, taking accountability. Even myself at times, I'm not perfect. But sometimes we do a bit too much and it goes too far. And one thing I will say that the girls love an audience. They love attention. And people are always looking for a viral moment. People are just, that is the goal. Like, I'm going to get my big break, my big viral moment. And then let's do a 5-part story time on what happened. Well, I'm going to share this video of this very disrespectful college student. And let's come back and talk about it.
It's 5 minutes that I'm late. It's fire trucks that I'm free. What do you want me to do? You're not being practical. I would see if you were being practical, but you're not being practical.
Are you done?
No, I'm not, because you irritate me so bad with that. Every day is something new with you.
Like I said what I said.
I said what I said. You got one more blitz. One more blitz. I promise you. I don't want to be here as much as you don't want to be here.
So we're clear on that, right?
I'm not going to be marked absent at the end of the day. You won't put that on that paper, but I promise you it's going to be changed.
Okay.
Damn.
Same thing make you better, make you cry.
Okay. We can go see that. So.
We're going to see. And as soon as I do get marked absent, I got something for you.
Okay. That sound like a threat to you here?
Okay.
That sound like a threat?
Mr. Harry, you don't got nothing to do with it, but if you want to put it in the two, let me know.
Ma'am, I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Damn, everybody needs
They want to talk about political science research. So what I can do, which I don't want to do, is call the police to have you removed. Now you can sit here.
What you want to do,
You can sit here.
It's going to be even worse
You
on
can
your
sit here,
end.
but I want to ask you to be quiet. And I told you you're not going to be marked absent. Okay? You are going to be absent today.
You just said I just told you you're not going to be more absent. You're going to be more absent today. Just
You are
stop
going
talking.
to be marked absent.
You're not even making no sense. Stop talking.
So, foundations of power and why research matters in political science.
So, the aggression, the threats, the don't play with me, who you think I am, it's going to be bad for you, all because you were late. The policy is the policy. If the policy says you, after 5-minute mark, you are marked absent, that's the policy. You knew the policy, it's been the policy. Anybody who's been to college, I'm sure you know that some professors had a more strict attendance policy, some didn't. There was those classes where you had 3 absences. So you need to be very choosy about what those 3 are going to look like for that entire semester. Or you are going to fail the entire class. And that's just that. So what we try to do is pretend like the rules shouldn't apply when it comes to us, when we know that we're wrong. And then why not try to see what I can do after class is over? I know I'm late. I'm pissed that he said I'm going to be marked absent. But let me try to talk to him after class is over. Right? She said he's not being practical. He's not being logical. He's following his rules. And you should do the same thing. Everybody else got their own time. Somehow you couldn't. Things happen. But I'm going to say that this ain't your first time being late. Ain't your first time being late. I'm gonna just bet some money that this is not your first time being late. And you know that, which is why you're reacting that way. And again, it adds to the same aggressive, disrespectful, loud, ghetto, ratchet narrative of black women as this black educated woman, this college student who thought it would be a good idea to go back and forth with the professor that she needs. He don't need her. You need a grade from him. You need him to pass you so you can move forward with your education. Now, I'm not saying that somebody can just fail you because you're being disrespectful, but they can have you removed from dropped from that course, right? And you got to take it all over again. Why go through that? Why not just be accountable, be on time, or try to deal with it after? But no, we can't stop. We got to stand on business. We got to make sure that you know not to play with me, because I forget in this moment, I'm the student. He's the professor. I'm not realizing that in this moment because I'm too, in my ego, I'm too worked up on, I know people are probably recording me because again, they love it. They love a scene. They love attention. And you can't be, this is what I always tell people, especially when I would talk to my students. You cannot come to school and be mad that we're enforcing the rules. If the teacher say you can't come to her class because you're late, go to the late room, you have to go to the late room. You are late, period. So to think you can curse her out for enforcing her rules that you've known all year long is insane. It is actually very diabolical. And you know who would be the ones who would do it the most? Take a wild guess. These young black girls, real nasty, real disrespectful, very entitled, with all these excuses. And I would tell them, like, nobody care about your excuses. You ran your excuses to the ground. Like, at this point, there's always an excuse. There's always a reason why you're late. There's always, like, people don't care. There's only so much grace you can get. There's only so much grace you can get. And I think this is the part that we don't realize. People have the ability to make your life difficult if they wanted to, right? Let's just use this example. This professor is a professor. I know what program you're in. I know the professor that you're about to have that's going to teach you. I'm going to already let them know what kind of student you are. Now, I'm not saying that these people are going to be disrespectful to you because of what they know, but they may not have any grace for you because of how I've heard you treat professors. So now you have a reputation. You have a reputation on campus. And it's like professors teach in college because I believe that's their passion. That's where they want to be. But also to not have to deal with small children who got a whole bunch of stuff going on. These are adults who should know how to act accordingly in adult spaces. But unfortunately, as you can see, every adult don't know how to behave as an adult. They act like children. They act like babies who have a tantrum when they get in trouble. And honestly, I don't know how far it went, but sometimes people like this need to be shown not to play with anyone. Because I would have called security. Like, once you start with the threat, you gotta go. I'm still giving you grace. I'm still trying. But you keep on going. She should have been escorted out of the course. And unfortunately, you gotta go. You cannot come back in this class. Because you cannot think you could just get away with doing whatever you want to do and say whatever you want to say. You tell me that it's going to be bad for me. If I called the police to get you out of here, it's going to be even worse for the professor? How? How do we think we could just bully and threaten people like we got all this power? And then the victim card comes in shortly after. Because why wouldn't it? It always comes in. It's always a moment of, I'm a victim. He should have never marked me absent. I was just running behind. I just did this. It's your fault. And again, own it, apologize, and see what you can do afterwards. See if you can work something out with him. See where you are with your greed, whatever it might be. But this right here, nasty work. Nasty. And as always, this is just my opinion. These are just my thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments. Drop it down below. Like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.